All right, so I got another collection here I picked up from a shop, Goodwill. Okay, basically, we have a little collection here, nothing crazy, maybe what, 500, 800, maybe 1,000 cards, depending on what's in some of these boxes. But what I liked about this was I saw some age, older cards, which I liked. So I paid just about 120 bucks for this collection. And let me kind of go through what my thought process was when I looked at this. So what I like to see, first of all, is I like to see different things, when I look at collections, not just like one big 500 count box or 5,000 count box of cards or a couple 800 count box of cards, which should probably be bulk. This looks like it might have been a small collection, possibly. So I'm going to kind of run you through what my thoughts were. So going into this picture here, I see some sleeve stuff. So my guess is that this is probably a deck or maybe parts of a deck. I think that's Journey into Nyx. I think it's Journey into Nyx. But I'm going to say, maybe partial deck there. Going up here, I think that's Commander 17, I believe. That doesn't look like a full Commander deck, honestly. It doesn't look like it's big enough, so not sure if it's full or not, but maybe some cards from there. And I liked seeing some whiteboard 8th edition. Very cool with the age, so that was good. Nothing really super new. I think that's Mirrodin and Besieged up there. A Festermite, I think. But, bulk card on top. But I can definitely see, rare in the back there, so there's some rares. Then going into this one, farthest to the left there, Bloodforged Battle Axe, that's definitely Commander 2017. So, an 8-year-old Commander set. Doesn't look like a full Commander deck, but it could be part of it. Maybe it's part of, the one above it right there. Maybe split it up. Who knows? So it could be a full Commander deck. I'm not sure. These deck boxes, don't know if they're full, if they're empty, have absolutely no idea. This one, what I saw, okay, so a couple of theme decks from Core. I think that's 8th edition. Core 8th edition back, however old that is, 2000, 2001, I forget what it is. M10, I can't see if that's M10 or M19. Might be M19, so maybe it's a little bit newer stuff there. What we got here? Can't really tell what that is. Nature's Claim, not sure what set it is. But either way, so I like some age, like the age of the stuff, pretty cool. Go through there. And nothing up here, really. A little Urza Saga. Can't really see too much in these piles. A lot of the cards are hidden. Avacyn Restored. A little whiteboard right there. So we'll see what happens again. Were these in this deck box? Maybe. I can kind of see some light poking through. So these are probably just in that deck box. But all right. So we'll see what we get. So again, it cost me about 120 bucks. So let's dive in and see what we get. All right. Well, here it is. So here's the collection from that shop, Goodwill. So let's crack it open and see what we get. Actually, it's got some weight to it too, so it might be more cards than I think it is, but let's get this going here. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, let's see how the Goodwill of Missouri treats us. Okay, well, the packaging is terrible. Oh, God. Oh, just throw it around in there. That's totally fine. All right, well, I guess we'll just pick it out of the box. Let me move this stuff out of here, and let's just... Yeah, I guess that's where it is. So, okay. Okay, well, there's cards in the boxes, so that's pretty good. There's just loose stuff everywhere. let's just grab a stack and go. All right, let's turn on the handy dandy scanner. All right, so let's do this. So here we go. Let's start in the back and work our way forward. Oh, it just fell right out. Fantastic. So this is a Mercadian Mask box. Oh, so this is actually a tournament deck, and there's an Odyssey card in there, but this all just fell out. All right, so I'm just gonna take it all out. I guess let's just do that because this might be a mess. All right. Well, this the good thing is all these deck boxes feel like they're full, so that's a good thing. They're full of cards again. Who knows? With these, it's always a gamble, but the fun part is look at I got all these deck boxes too, so that works. Okay, put this there. Okay, this bubble wrap really didn't protect anything. All right, let's get this out of here. Okay. All right, let's get this out of here. Now let's play 52 card pickup. Well, I saw a couple rares down here, so that's pretty cool. Nothing crazy, but all right. No, that's a mess. Perfect. All right. Oh, I see a foil in there. That's nice. All right, so let's get some piles here. Let's get this going now. Thank you, Goodwill, for your fantastic packaging. It's like they pack it like those guys in Australia. All right, here we go. All right, let's just grab some stacks, organize this a little bit. But yeah, I think all these deck boxes should be full. So I don't know, maybe probably end up being like 1,000 cards, 1,500 cards. Chronicles back there. That's cool. Let's just do, there we go. That can just go like that. Let's see what's in this first box. What is this? Avacyn Restored. I don't know what this is. I didn't play Avacyn Restored. Oh, it's Ignite the Dawn. All right, so theme deck box. Definitely not that there. But all right, let's just dive in. Let's see what we do. 8th edition, 10th. Oh, okay. So that's what you don't want to see. Very, very organized duplication like that. Different sets. Ah, man. Okay, there's a rare. Scourge rare. Dimensional Breach. 49 cents, so it's bulk. Redeem, Soul Parry. Okay. Maybe some duplication, maybe pick through. We'll see. 4th edition. I gotta keep looking for alternate 4th from before Justice. Is that a rare? That is not a rare. I wasn't sure. Cat Chronicles is cool. There could be some good Chronicles stuff, but this looks a little bit sorted. Very cool Angel token for Adversary Restored. I like to check those. You never know. There are actually a lot of tokens from certain sets that are valuable. I mean, if it's art's a certain way, or there's a foil poking out, you never know. It's worth taking a look at some of them. Foil uncommon, the Pilgrim from Adversary Restored. Very cool foil. 12 cents, so probably not much for the premium of foil. Maybe a little bit. You never know. 39 cents, so nothing. It's bulk. Nothing there. All right. We go through Weatherlight, Soul Shepherd. Okay. So sorted by color. There's a rare. So, okay, sorted by color. So that might be okay. The Evangel. OG Zendikar. Bulk. Always love that art. Secret Nectar. It's great. Chambers of Kamigawa. Kami of the Painted Road. All right. Gilded Lights. There's a rare True Believer. $1.77. So, okay, first thing over $1. Can't be a target spells or abilities. 2 mana for 2/2. It's a cleric too, so I could see using that. All right. New Phyrexia, nice. Wing Shards, Scourge, more Scourge. 4th edition again. Revised, very cool. Uncommon from Revised, Lance and Sacred Nectar. Okay, nothing really there, but okay, the good thing is we've seen some rares. My guess is already, I'm going to guess sorted by color, but I don't, it's too tough to tell if it's totally sorted. I don't think it is. I'm going to guess just sorted by color. Okay, Adversary Restored. Rise of the Eldrazi, M11. New Phyrexia, Future Sight. Very cool seeing Future Sight. So very cool ages. Chronicles again. Adversary Restored. Love the Onslaught Lance. I know it's stupid, but some of these, yeah, see, some people will disagree with me, but you have to check the lands. I remember this one from a previous collection. The Onslaught land with the pink flower. Scanning market, $2.30. So it's definitely buy listable. I mean, it's like slightly played. So it's like a $2 basic land. They're worth checking. It just takes a second. Why not, right? Fear. Oh, geez, Zendikar stuff there. We got discoveries. Rare from Lorwyn, the Nettlevine Blight. 79 cents, bulk rare. Let's see, nothing there. Return to Ravnica. Shocklands would be nice. Cyclonic Rift would be fantastic. I doubt it, but you never know. Unhollow Pact. Let's see. The Crew, the Freak, Bond. Let's see, Inspiration. Well, Corruptions, Bone Splitters. So I think it's just someone's collection, just very, very not sorted. Rakdos Charm, Return to Ravnica. 85 cents. I think someone was telling me that the actual retro one from TSR is like pretty valuable. Volatile Rig, Return to Ravnica. Bulk rare. Barrier. Shrieking Affliction. Is that pullable? No, didn't think so. There are some uncommons that are, but Barter and Blood. Let's see. Foil common. Foil, that's not worth checking. Return to Ravnica foil, nothing big there. Metamorphose, a rare Spike Tiller from Time Spiral. 30 cents. Strider from Ice Age. Thallid from Fallen Empires. Driver. Onslaught. Blood Artist, that's a good uncommon. Printed a bunch of times, but it's usable. 99 cents. Buy listable. Hey, listen, when you're trying to get 120 bucks back for this stuff, you got to take every dollar you can. That's just how it goes. Fiend. Bone Harvest from Mirage, very cool. Swamp, no. Splinters. Onslaught stuff again. 8th edition Fallen Angel, that's a bulk rare. Yep, bulk rare. Feeding Frenzy, Expedition. Sengir Vampire, what is this one from? What's this from? I have no idea. It's not Scanning Rep. What's that from? Probably some celebration thing or something like that. Baleful Twins, Uncommon Headhunters. Vision's cool, like the age. Like I said, Carrion Feeder, that's a pullable, right? Yeah, 218 for a common for Carrier Feeder. Very nice. Okay. Lone Wolf, nothing there. Okay, so yeah, again, this right here is, I'm guessing, just some bulk stuff that was just thrown in there. So to find anything pickable, that's actually a pretty good sign, because I'm hoping that there's some decks in some of these boxes. That would be really nice. So let's see how we do. Rampant Gross, again, I pull them just because they're playable. I like them. Visordrix, it's a rare, 7 mana 6/6, and that's a rare. That's what it was back in the day. That was a rare card back in the day. It's bulk. Wild Growth playable, so take those out for sure. Naturalized rare Riptide Laboratory from Onslaught. Okay. Onslaught rare lands 206. I like seeing that. Like, I love these old lands. Very nice. Kalani Heart Expedition. Is that a pullable common? It's not. It is not a pullable common. Mercadian Masks, 8th edition. Rare Riptide Mangler from Legions. Legions, yeah, 22 cents bulk. Nothing there. That thing, Punctures, Snares, Thirst from Mirage. Very random stuff. Mischievous Quinar from Scourge, rare. Bucko 7, okay. Slippery Bogle, that's a good Morning Tide common. Eventide, 92 cents. So, okay, that's pullable. Galvanoth, Mirrodin Besieged. Bulk. We got the Weaver of Lies. Legions, 50 cents, so bulk. Okay. But we're seeing stuff. I like that already. Nature's Lore. There's a good Ice Age pullable right there. Yeah, 248. That'll work. Smalls, Rocks. It's bulk. I'm not even going to scan it. Rocks. Solid Mountain. Wild Growth. Pullables. Playables, I should say. I'll pull like things like that, like Rampant Growth, Wild Growth. Certain things that are like you can just throw in decks. I'll grab them, because if I ever want to throw them in a deck, I'll have some rather than having to buy some. Rocks, bulk. Put that aside. Is that good common from OG Zendikar? No, it's not. Starlight Sanctum. Anyone even pull sacrifice you again? Like, I don't know. Might as well check it. Takes a second. Nope. No. Mauler. Naturalize. Beast. What's that? Dark Ascension. Island from Onslaught. Mutation. Bent card. My fear is that like whenever you find like a bent card, it's gonna be that really big hit. It's like bulk. You find that good rare and it's like bent in half. No. Okay. So this is literally the bulk stuff that just fell out. It just fell out everywhere. So let's see. Small stacks at a time. Urza's, I always get this one wrong. Urza's, I'm just gonna test myself. Destiny? Legacy. Damn it. Nope. Dead. Swamp, again, another one of those $2 swamps. Take them. Church, Cadaver, Skull Cap, Barter, and this wasn't anything, was it? I checked before, I think. No, nothing. Aristocrats, Taskmasters, Lands, another Pink Flower Land. Yep. Cool. Hey, dude, even if they buy list for 75 cents, why not? Just take them. Clutch of Undeath. Change yours plus zombie those against my I know. Not for 5 mana. OG Zendikar, Blight, Dark Vanishing. No. Okay. All right. So yeah, again, paid $120 for this thing. Shipped, so not bad. I thought, honestly, for what I saw some pictures that could have potential, I was surprised it didn't go a little higher. Honestly, I think some people were willing to like gamble and take a little bit of risk, but not go crazy with it. That's kind of how I felt. Like, I think it was like maybe if I went like $5 more, I would have lost the bid. I didn't have much more than this because it was like there's a couple cool signs of cards, but no like real big signs. So it's kind of one where it's like, I say, sometimes you guess some of the things, you game on the rest. This was a lot of a gamble, but with some good hints and clues. As long as there's some good hints and clues. Like I said, the worst thing you can find, there you go. Awesome. Temple Garden, fantastic. A little wavy on the edge there, but not bad. 1132, awesome. Okay. As soon as I find something like that, I get super confident because it's like, all right, if it was picked, I mean, clearly that would have been pulled. So very, very nice. $11 card. Good stuff. The Captain. Return to Ravnica. It's tough because like Return to Ravnica is not a set where you want to get a bunch of cards from. There isn't a lot of good hits besides like Shocklands and Cyclonic Rift, so it's not a set you want to see a whole bunch of. Unless you get a bunch of Shocklands. Scourge, Vengeful Dead, Skeletons, Wrath, nope. Rage Mutts. Gravediggers. Twins, Dark Vanishings. Ray's dead. Cool, but no thanks. And, okay. And then I got some rubber banded cards here before we go to the deck boxes. Ooh, both sides are inverted. It's a mystery. Jesus. Well, sure. Let's put the foil on the outside. Foil from Mom on Cat. I'm not even going to scan it. It's just damage. It's bulk. So, Showstopper, the Charms, Mirage, Clay, Ascension, Whisper Silk Cloak. Very nice. Very worn. Heavy played, but Whisper Silk Cloak, not M10. This is the... Which one's this? Which one's this? This is like a dual decks? Yeah, dual decks Phyrexia versus the Coalition. 203, heavy played, so probably like $1 or something like that. Either way, very cool. It's pullable. Ogre, go for the throat. We got Smother, Undertaker, Blood Knight, the Cohort, Wumpus, Swamp. Pen thing, very damaged Worn Power Stone. That's not a Worn Power Stone, that's a damaged Power Stone. Sorry, bad dad joke. Anyways, Demon, Initiate. Somnomancer, Doomblade, Double Cast, Victimize. Commander stuff, that's always cool. Darksteel. So if I had to take a guess, just by what I've seen so far, all right, that's all the bulk-ish stuff. If I try to guess as I go through, like what I've seen so far and kind of like what it is, my guess is this looks like a collection that someone got that probably people handed them random stuff and said, hey, here's some of my stuff, here's some of my stuff, and then they got their collections because ages are all over the place. You got stuff from like Ice Age and Revise all the way up to, you know, stuff like, what, 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago maybe. World Awake, right? Dead Reckoning, Scourge, Skull Tap. Siphon Mind? 79 cents is probably buy listable. I thought that was something. Fatal Blow, Misery Charm, SWAT, Smother, Crown of Suspicion, no. Unspeakable Symbol, that's a pullable uncommon, right? Yeah, 320. I know, because we're from the last collection, or a couple collections ago. Fatal Mutation. And that's the thing is, as I said before from other videos, it's like, you know, when you do these collections and you start seeing cards you wouldn't normally see, you kind of remember some of them. I mean, you can't be an expert on everything, but you try to remember. I remember that art. And so I'm like, oh, let's scan it again. Yes, that's the good one. Combage Witches from Chronicles, Bassel Throw from Fallen Empires, Tempest Pit Imp, 4th edition, regular. The Elite from Morningtide. Morningtide, yeah, 456. Okay, it's an Elf Assassin, 2-mana, 2/2. Remove an assassin card in your graveyard from the game. Destroy target creature. Well, that can come in handy. I like that. Okay, so that'd be good in a commander deck. Little zombie, being your upkeep, sacrifice it unless you pay 1. No. Debaser, Gargantua. So already again in this so far in this collection, I'm going to say it's going to be pickable, which is nice. Lands. Just hope we get the good pickables. We had one Shockland, which was fantastic, so that was a great start. A few smalls, a lot of $2, $3 cards, so okay, we'll take it. Scan value right now, we're looking like $45, so yeah, but again, you know, the simple, quickest way to say whenever I scan it, you know, I gotta take the small stuff out, maybe depending on how I sell it, who knows. Look at it, cut it in half is the simple answer, even though it'd probably be a little different. Carplusion Yeti, 8th edition. Bulk, 24 cents, nothing there. And Menacing Ogre, Plane Chase, 28 cents bulk. Okay, Cougars. Vallisk. Goblin War Drums, Sulfuric Vortex, it's playable. $1.68 from Scourge, yep. Pillar, whenever I play a spell, the card mana costs 3 or less, does 2 damage to that player. Interesting. 76 cents, I mean, it's probably buy listable, I'll pull them. I'm not gonna scan them all, but okay. That's why I say, like, the total I put up here, like, on the scanning value, it's not completely accurate, because I don't scan every little thing. If I have duplicates sometimes, you know, so it's just kind of a guide, really. Dragonstorm is a rare. 212. Oh, no, not the time shifted. Oh, time shifted is 212. This is probably a little more. Yeah, 217. So much more. Dragon Speaker Shaman. Yeah, 614. Remember that one from a previous collection. Very nice. $6 uncommons. Take those all day long. Slice and Dice. Mountains. Warchild's Crusader from Alliance is very cool. 4th edition Cave People. Justice Fire. 5th edition Fire. Man, if people that know played back in the day, I mean, just the off-centering, like the crazy misprints they used to have. Like, I mean, the quality control was terrible back then, but the cards were beautiful. Cinderwall, Mad Dog, Ravnica City of Guilds, Guild Pact, Shards, Eventide. I always get those ones wrong. Ogre, Ranger and Vec, Tempest. It's not rare, is it? And that is definitely an uncommon. Okay, Dead. Tree Folk, Strength of Numbers, Might of the Masses, Rare, Gelatinous Genesis from Rise of the Eldrazi? Not Double Masters. Yeah, Rise of the Eldrazi, 44 cents. It's a bulk rare. Okay. Let's see. What's cool too is like what I like seeing some of these collections when I do them. Again, it's not always about the value. It's literally about the fun of doing it. And what I think is fun too is what you do is you find a lot of cards you didn't know about, and maybe you can slot it in a deck, or it's like maybe, or a suggestion for somebody else. Like, hey, have you ever heard of this card before? And you can kind of have that experience of knowing what those cards are. All right, let's see. There's a Saga Wall of Junk, Mirror Besieged. Again, good age for cards. Fifth Dawn, Avacyn, Arcadian Mass, Pentavis. Pretty sure that's a bulk. Yep, bulk rare. Chronotog Totem. Why do I think that's scannable? I don't know, because it's not. The Attendant, Obelisk, Golem Foundry. No, didn't think so. Hive, that's a rare. It's a rare from 4th edition. I'm not going to scan it, but it's bulk. I would love to like have a deck where that works. That's never been a good card. Rakdos Signet, cool. Playable. Yeah, Dissension, all right. Direction Hulk, Replica, Copper Mirrors, Slate of Ancestry from Onslaughts. $1.29. 4 mana, 4 tap, discard your hand, draw a card for. Oh, wait. I had one of those in a collection recently, too. Okay, cool. Iron Mirror, not really anything. Flint Golem, Brass Herald, 8th edition. Bulk, 27 cents. Discombobulates, remove souls on summons. Lone Wolves. Zombie Cutthroat, rare from Avacyn Restored, Demon Lord of Ashmouth, 26 cents. Bulk. Living Terrain, Ogre from there, Chain of Acid. I know Chain of Smog is good. Is Chain of Acid good? It is not. Primeval Force, 8th edition. There's 2 of them. Nothing. Bulks. Bulk. Fire Breathing. Panic Attacks. Rage. Yep, definitely be one of those pickable collections where I think you might end up finding a lot of the value in like commons and uncommons are just left behind that, you know, we're sitting here forever. Heretic's Punishment from OG Innistrad. Not Return to Ravnica. Innistrad. Wait a minute. Is that the right one? That's not the right card. This one. Yeah, okay, there we go. Sorry. 13 cents, nothing. All right. So the big hit so far is that one Shockland, which was good. Carapace from Homeland's Trap. Coral Eel. And what I actually want to say, too, is I appreciate everyone's comments because there's plenty of times where someone's like, hey, check this one out. Hey, check this one out. And so I actually want to say thank you to everybody because your comments have helped me find some other cards. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Soul Bleed, The Plunder. Damn, Xenocon. I don't think any of these are decks. Drudge Skeletons. Alternate 4th? Nope. Cadaver, Onslaught stuff. Titanic Ultimatum from Shards of Alara. Not the dual decks. Shards of Alara, 287. Okay, so it's a playable, it's a pullable. Thrag, Treasons, Brackets. Nope. Rampant Growth, play them. Mutations, Vines. Okay, nothing there. Oh, we still got a lot of boxes, several boxes to go here. I haven't touched the sleeve stuff yet. I'm guessing, see, these are those black sleeve ones I can tell, and I'm guessing that's a commander deck, so I'm going to do these 2 last. I think those are the decks. I'm hoping they're decks. That would be great. Because sometimes I think one deck, especially if that's where everyone's good cards are, can be all the value. Or if it's a really good deck, I just enjoy it and play it the way it is. All right. These are jam-packed in here. All right, hold on one second. I gotta check one thing. Okay, I actually had to pause the video for a second because I wasn't sure my scanner was going, and I'm not sure if it was, so we'll kind of just go forward, and maybe the scanner will work, maybe it won't. Either way, here we go. So, Mirage, the Spirits, Seekers, Fissure, Light, no. Again, like the age, but Chastise. Terminus for a rare from Avacyn Restored. 87 cents. Okay, little guy, nothing really there. Unworthy Sky Hunters, Grasps, Drake Snips, Join the Ranks, Mercy, Fate Shifter, Core Cartographer, Umbras, Seventh edition, is that a rare? Blessed Reversal? Can't really tell. It's a rare, 55 cents, nothing crazy, revised, that's cool. Hey, there's plenty of revised commons and uncommons I'd like to see. Hopefully we do. Rare Angelic Arbiter M11. 315. Cool. Nice little hit right there. We'll take those. Watcher C. Onslaught stuff. Oh, okay. All right. Parallel Thoughts. Buck 32. Sure, it's pullable. Ivory Cup. Classic card right there. Visions. The Triumph from Onslaughts. 261. Okay, now we're getting a couple dings here. Ooh. Foil rare. Glacial Fortress from M13. And good condition, too. Wow, I like that. That's really nice. Yeah, you could actually almost call it near mint. Buck 30 for the M10. Let's go get the right year and the right foil. M13, 90 cents, nothing crazy. Foil being $5.39. Okay, we'll take a $5 card. Nice. All right, Parallel Thoughts again. Sweet. Nice. Quicksilver Dragon. 48 cents. Bulk. Let's keep going through. Start to find some stuff, which is nice. Slagworm Armor from Mirrodin Common. Yeah, 273. I thought that was something. Okay, good. All right, starting to find some stuff. Nice. And again, I'm not sure. I don't think they're decks or anything. Riptide and Trancer from Onslaught. You know, buck 31. Okay. Some fetch lands would be nice. That would be great. Not expecting anything like that, but I wasn't expecting the shock land either, so. 8th edition. Rangers, Bonesaws. I always make fun of Bonesaw. Ruins of Trocaire, 5th edition. I don't think that's anything. I'm going to check. Nope, didn't think so. Rare, Blatant. Oh, Blatant Thievery, very nice. We'll take that. 363, sweet. Good card, reprinted, but still very cool. We got Mobilization. Here we go. Now we're starting to get some rares. Buck 17. Harpoonist, no. Okay, well, those are nice little hits right there. I like that foil, though. That's, again, things like that. Good little signs. You can pull some foils, special foil rares, especially for old stuff that are really good condition. So let's go for this big guy. Again, I'm thinking those are the two decks. We'll save those for last. Okay. Let's dig in. I hope my scanner's working. It's working for me, but I'm not sure if it was recording. But we'll find out when it's all over, I guess. Let's see. Rampant Growths. You know how I feel about those. I pull them. Secure Tribe Elder. Buck 01. Not that version, though. Champions. I mean, there's a million printings of this. 48 cents. Okay, well, that's not really anything good. I mean, I guess I'll throw in a deck, but... Rootwall, Skyshroud Troll. I don't think that's anything. No, I didn't think so. Skyshroud Ranger? No. I don't think it's Skyshroud Claim, but that's a different one. Skyshroud Elf. I feel like some of these are pullable. Definitely sorted, that's for sure. 8th edition. Champions of Kamigawa again. Spite Discovery. Commons, Mirrodin. Torment. Gain life equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Okay. And then core 20. Okay, so I thought I saw maybe some core 19 in the picture, and I guess probably did. So core 20, Tempest, and then just a Tempest card in the middle of it. Sure. Visions, Caterpillar, Mutations, Ferocity. No. I feel like this box is like a different kind of feel of a collection, but let's keep it going and see. Like the Age, Carapace, Homelands, Shrink, Ice Age, Tempest. There are a lot of good old cards like Tempest, Twilight, things like that. If you can find them in the bulk, you never know. Because I always say, again, with old sets, Tempest, things like that, Ice Age, there isn't like colors in the set symbols. So if someone was going through quick and they didn't know what to look for, they might pass by rares. It's possible. So that's what I hope for with certain things like this. There's a Saga. This looks like a lot of commons. This box looks like bulk, though. Elvish. A lot of commons. Sorted. Green. Okay. Yeah, sorted. This box might be just trash. Chieftain. Spider Umbra. Is that a pullable? Nah. All those are probably reprinted in Commander decks a million times. Snake Umbra. I feel like some of those Umbras can be pullable. 50 cents. I mean, it's playable, but not going to bother pulling that. Let's see. Whining Worms. Deadly Insects. Into the North. That's a pullable. Yeah, Bucko 1. Cold Snap. Symbiotic Elf has put a graveyard, put 2/1/1. I'll check it. Nothing. Chosen Scrappers. Scrappers. Merchants. Spiders. Jesus, making a mess. Okay, here we go. Worms. I feel like that's a rare. I don't. It's not worth anything, but I feel like that's a rare. It's a common. So I'm not even close. Okay. Worth a shot. Worth checking. Arbor Elf. Harvest. This looks like a bunch of crap. Farseek. That's a pullable common. Yep, Bucko 5. Not Magic 13. Nothing really matters. Probably about the same price. Advocacy Guilds. $1.28. I think this actually upshifts to an uncommon, right? I'm pretty sure. Not that it matters. I do like the art though for that one for the Final Fantasy set. I think it looks fantastic. All right, last little stack in this box. Oh, there you go. There's that M19 I saw in the picture. Yep, Llanowar Elves. So yeah. Aggressive Mammoth. Not even gonna scan it. It's a bulk rare. This might have been like an intro deck or something like that. M19s, there are some good uncommons. Several, actually, but I doubt they're going to find them in here. Vampire Sovereign. Great. This was probably like an intro deck or something like that, because those are just bulk rares. All right, last stack before we get to what I'm guessing is the decks. I'm hoping is the decks, because right now, I mean, total, we're at scan value $93. So that's actually not bad. Nature's Claim, into some old stuff again here. So good little scannable value. Again, a lot of very, very small stuff. A lot of, $2, $3, $4 cards, which is fine. They're buy listable, or they're sellable, or playable, obviously. But Sealish Furies, Haze Frog, Exodus, Choking Vines, Tempest Reap. I'm going to check this. Uncommon, 221. I thought that was playable, yeah. Returning number of target cards from your graveyard to your hand. You cannot choose more cards than the number of black permanents target opponent controls. I think I put that in a deck one time because it was like the Command Zone or something was talking about. Was it Command Zone? Maybe like Commander's Cores was talking about that. I feel like they were talking about that card as like a budget card and saying like, hey, chances are there's gonna be someone playing black. They're gonna have some Legends card. Very cool. The Shulkin Brownie. Well, worthless common. 43 cents. I'm putting it right back in the bulk. But cool though, seeing a Legends card. But yeah, I think I saw that card Reap one time on like a, like some MTG YouTube channel, and they were talking about it, and they were saying like it's, a good budget card, but chances are if someone is playing black and they got like a bunch of, say they're playing zombies and they've got 10 zombies and you can pay 2 mana, draw 10 cards, it could be pretty good. But it's kind of a very, situationally specific card. So I think it didn't last in my deck very long. Okay, this is an old deck box. All right, some sleeve cards. Come on. Be a deck. Be a deck. Be a good deck. Let's see. Lightning Strikes, Jesters, Eater of Hope, Born of the Gods. Will you scan with a sleeve? You will. Bulk rare. Nothing. Gatekeepers, Gorgon. Come on, give me some blood crypts. That'll be great. Got our snipes. Come on, have a good land cycle in here. Furnace Whelp. Havoc Festival. I'm sure that's bulk. Yeah. Come on. Fiend of the Shadows. 18 cents. We got a foil rare. Dragon's Maze. There's nothing good in that set. There is nothing good in that set. There's maybe like 2 cards worth a couple bucks. That's going to come out of the sleeve. And this is in great condition, I'll say that. 27 cents. Foil being 73 cents. Nothing crazy. All right. That was in the picture. I saw that. Got our snipe. And that guy. Okay. So definitely a deck, just not a crazy good one. Just a simple one. Finality. Again, you see a deck like this, it's like it could be full of shocklands, you never know. Arborant Overlord. Foil. OG Theros, 53 cents. Foil being 89 cents, so nothing. Siege Dragon. Bulk. No shocks. Not gonna have any shocks, is it? Nope. Okay. All right, on to the last one. I'm guessing that's a commander deck, but who knows? We'll see. Last little bits. Let's see. See, that looks like a commander deck, but yeah, that's a commander deck. And I saw some Commander 17 pictures, and so I'm wondering if it's just the straight up deck. Okay, and Miri. Man, before this was reprinted, this is a price. I wonder if this is that is it Feline Ferocity? I wonder if this is the straight up commander deck. If it is, that's staying part of my collection. Miri, yeah, Commander Masters reprinted. No, Commander 17. Foil one. Yeah, $3 there. I'm gonna keep these separate because this, oh, they have the tokens and everything. Come on, be the deck. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. Perfect. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the commander deck, so I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna scan everything, but anything I think is valuable, of course. But I'm gonna count it later. My guess this is the commander deck. Hammered is on. 2017, $13. Curse of Bounty. Nope. Quite a spike. Pretty sure that's nothing. Yep. Zendikar Resurgence. Oh, this is great. 625. That's the promo version. That's not what I'm looking for. 2017. 303. Sure. Swiftfoot Boots. There are too many of those. I'm not going to change that version because I'm sure it's pretty close to what that is. Hero's Blade, Kemba. Reprinted in Commander Masters as well, I think. Double Masters, bulk rare. Yeah, I think this is that deck. Phantom, no, I think this is nothing. This is a bulk rare too. One of those things where the sealed deck is probably worth way more than the single value inside, but as a deck, that's pretty sweet. Traverse the Outlands. 230. Abundance, that's nothing. Sword of the Animist, very nice. Probably a $10 hit, I would guess. 966 for the AFR Commander. 17, 852. Take it. Rogue's Patch is always good. Command Tower, nice. Bloodforged Battle Axe. Saw this one in the picture, and like I said, I assumed that there was. I'm not going to change the version because it's probably the same price, give or take. Hunter's Powers. I was hoping that there would be some commander cards, but yeah, this is just straight up the deck, which is fantastic. Soul's Majesty, that's a bulk. String Wildwood. I'll scan it. Nope. Okay. See that Mirari's Wake there too. This happened before. There was once, man, several years ago. There was actually a YouTube reseller I used to watch, Mirari's Wake from the deck. Commander Master 635, Commander 17, 476. Those are just less. That's crazy. And so this YouTuber I watched, he would do YouTube auctions, and I never really watched those. I didn't really care. But one time I happened to be watching it, and he happened to have Magic cards, and I was like, all right, man, run it. And I think I won. It was like a couple stacks of cards because I saw some Commander symbols on them. And I think I won it with shipping for like $30 or whatever it was. It was nothing crazy. And it was 2015 decks, Kasali Slingers, 869, very nice. And it was 2015 Commander decks, 100% complete, perfect condition, untouched. It was fantastic. So yeah, it was maybe like $200 worth of decks I got for $30. It was great, just because it was an auction with like 10 people and no one knew what they were looking at. So I was the only one that actually knew. Balin. So it just shows you can find these things kind of anywhere, just in the weirdest places. The Golden Cub. Nice sense. Kindred Summons. Not the AFR. 2017. Man, the 2017 ones are less. I'm surprised. Just because, like, these decks are hard to get. $7. Grappling Hook. I'm sure that's nothing. Nothing. Sanctuary. Alms Collector. Yeah, 240. Very, very cool that this is actually a full deck. Airbow, Roar of the Wild. $3 there. And the last little stack. Divine Reckoning. 55 cents. Bridge as a rare in the deck. Nothing. Not the right version. That's okay. Leon and Arbiter. That might be a couple bucks, right? Nope, guess not. Spear of the Hearth. Giselle. Stalking Leonin. Soul Ring. Lightning Greaves. Nice. Argentum Armor. That's a good one, too. I'm not checking these exact versions, honestly, just because, I mean, they're give or take, you know, a couple percent, but it's pretty close. Because I'm pretty sure, like I said, we know what this is. This is clearly the deck. $4 for the Dark Steel. Actually, I'm curious on that one. Yeah, see, again, same thing. Within, you know, a few percent, whatever. Alien Blade. Hungry Lynx. Lion. Skull Clamps. Those are always good. Sure. Not Commander Bloomborough. I tell you what, though, it is kind of nice that, like, some of the Commander decks nowadays that they build, the precons, like, they're pretty damn good. I mean, you're good right out of the box, and they've even got some really good value. And cards that you can use in other decks, too, which is nice. You know, Staff of Nin, Teamer, Smalls right there, very cool. Sledge, Landscape, Jedits, last one I'll scan. Scan. Nice, $1.15. So, again, I ended up not scanning everything here, but, like, I mean, we kind of got the gist of what everything was. There's some cool small pullables. We had that nice Shockland. Scan value of 196.40. Honestly, that's kind of whatever because I didn't scan every little thing in here. But I'm not even going to look at something like this as a sellable, as a like an individual single sale. This is just the deck. This is great. So if I were to sell, I would sell it as the deck. So just to end it, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give it a quick count. If there's 100 cards in here sleeved, and I'm gonna say it's a complete deck, I will. If I were to sell it, of course, I would 100% check everything. But let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. Let's see if there's 50 cards here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100 cards. Fantastic. So I'm going to guess, I think it's pretty safe to say that's probably just the completed deck. I'll probably double check at some point when I feel like it, but that's fantastic. I'm not sure what the Feline Ferocity deck is going for. You know what? Well, I got this going. I might as well look it up real quick. I want to say that's one of the more expensive was at one time, but let's just look in real time here. TCGplayer.com. Let's see what the lowest are going for. I think that's Feline Ferocity. I keep saying that, so if I'm wrong, it's. Well, we'll see in a second. But overall, I like this. This is a very cool collection. You know, was it pickable? Absolutely. I mean, when there's a full Commander deck like that, that's fantastic. So I'm gonna take that absolutely. Honestly, I think my let's see, Feline Ferocity. If it's not that one, then I'm not sure which one it is. Is that Airbow on the front? It is Airbow on the front. So there you go. I mean, there's TCG Player right there. It's $250 deck sealed. Obviously, this isn't sealed, but I'm sure if it's something that I wanted to sell, and this is all in good condition, great. Awesome. Okay, so overall, fantastic collection. Obviously, I think this saved it right here a lot. Without this, I would have had maybe like, maybe cover like half the cost of it. But again, this is why I buy these things, to see if there's actually pickable, cool things to find in the wild. It's not always about the value. Sometimes it's just about what you find in there, the experience of collecting it. Or now, guess what? I got a brand new Commander deck that I can try out. So let me know what you think.